Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Rex Soprano in the building, DOAGH. Like to welcome y'all back, man. It's been a while, man. It's been a while since Climax Heroes Double that I've actually gotten on a mic and said something. But, you know, I got a whole bunch of stuff to get into. A whole bunch of whys and hows and questions and answers and thoughts and all of that. However, really quick before I get into all that, welcome to Dog Never Die. Now, for everybody that's on my Facebook page, man, a while back I bigged this up because all of a sudden this game got a strange little 5-second buzz and got into the ears and eyes and thoughts of people, you know what I'm saying? Problem is, I was playing that a year before, you know, everybody wanted to give it a second chance, but I ain't trying to brag on that. All I'm saying is, you need to Dog Never Die in your life. Real talk. Gunshot. But yeah, like I said, man, Dog Never Die is the crack. You know what I mean? I'm like, I have fun getting a chance to use this as the video that I'm going to talk over. And just trust me, now that I figured out how to actually record footage from this game, dude, I have just opened up a myriad of possibilities of things I can review, stuff I can show y'all, things I can talk about and all that. And Dog Never Die is one of those things. Just to really quickly just sum up what Dog Never Die is in a few short words, this game is insanity. And I mean insanity on all fronts. Insanity within the gameplay energy, insanity in the way that the characters are handled. It's just insanity everywhere. And as you will see through this playthrough, you will see things that will blow your mind. I'm telling you, you're about to see something that blow your mind right now. I'll wait a second. I'll wait. And I'll wait some more. 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 Yeah. He's in the game. Actually, he's not really in the game. He's more of a placeholder for Akuma. He has everything Akuma does from Super Turbo, dog. It's retarded. And he has a Shungoku Satsu. Now, where else can you say other than probably some random Mugen creation that Mario has the SGS, yo?
3 billion human lives.
But take a listen to this game's story. It should start sounding familiar any second now.
Judgment Day. They lived only to face
yeah. Yeah, this game's story is very heavily borrowing. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Stealing the story of Terminator. The whole thing. It seems like the main character, it's just actually the story changes depending on who you play as in story mode. So, you know, it's just weirdness. This whole game is just crazy, like I said, man. It's like, it's laughs all over the place. You'll probably spend as much time laughing at this game and the stuff it presents to you as you do playing it. So like I said, I really don't want to say too much other than you need to get this. It ain't really too much. It can run on probably any computer except if you like running like Windows 3.1 or something. And if you're running Windows 3.1 in the year 2011, you need to be smacked. So we're not even going to get into that. But I got a whole bunch of stuff I got to get into. Now, back in January, I actually wanted to, you know, record some footage of a random game and actually talk about my games of the year from last year. So I figured, you know, with all this time I got with this Dog, I figured I might as well go ahead and take care of that business first. Now, there were a couple of games last year I took a look at that were easily my games of the year. And surprisingly, or not surprisingly, depending on who you ask, a lot of my GOTYs, man, were games that you download. Games like Mega Man 10, Super Meat Boy, Cave Story, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Joe. Crack. Now, it's really hard to really say that, you know, that not a whole bunch of games impressed me last year, but it's like, again, that old school mentality I got, you know, always plays a factor in all of that. So that's why I really enjoyed those games. Now, the only game, honestly, I can say last year that I could even say that retail-wise that I can even give Game of the Year to is easily Bayonetta, hands down. It's like if I sit up here and tell you that I enjoy any game other than as much as I enjoyed Bayonetta last year, I'd be lying. Now, given the fact that I've only played the first 6 chapters and I have not yet finished the game, it's a shame that if I only play 6 chapters of a game and it's better than everything else I played this year, not discounting Continuum Shift or Super Street Fighter 4, that's a problem. That means that a lot of you game producers, a lot of you companies, y'all need to step your weight up. Real talk. That if Bayonetta, and I ain't even finished that much, it's my game of the year from last year, then y'all need to get your game. Y'all need to get your weight up. Real talk. Get your weight up. Now, with that being said, I'm like this. All those games I just mentioned, Mega Man Team, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Super Meat Boy, Cage Story, you need to go download all that right now. Wait till it's on sale, but those are games that if you ain't played them yet, you need to be playing them. Hopefully, you know, once I get all my stuff together, those will be games that I will be more than glad to take a look at and just sit up here and spit to you for as long as I want to about how you need those games in your existence, in your life. So, I think that's where we leave that conversation. Oh, and one more thing. XMen Arcade, yeah, that was my surprise of the year. I gotta say, I'm like, from all the extra stuff that was in it, the Japanese ROM, yo, that was crazy. That is a whole different game. So it's like, it was on sale a while back. So I could probably guarantee probably sometime this summer, either on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, or both, it'll probably be on sale. So if you haven't played it yet, and I don't know why you haven't, since you can play it with 6 players and you don't need an emulator or a camera or anything else to do it, why the hell not? Now, moving on from that, if we step a little bit further into time, there was a game called Marvel vs. Capcom 3 that after what seems like forever the community waited, we got that Marvel, yo. Now, I've had questions about why I haven't put up a single bit of footage yet. Here is your answer. At this juncture and at this moment, I don't really see the reason of putting up footage because I know that we are not done with Marvel 3 in any way. That if the rumors are to be believed, and I do because the evidence really states its case, that we are gonna get some kind of Marvel something. If not the end of this year, sometime next year, one Street Fighter Cross Tekken, you know, and Tekken Tag 2, whichever one of those come out first. I really don't know what Capcom and Namco really gonna do with those, but we'll talk about that in a second. Is that, to me, I really don't have a lot to really say about Marvel other than thanks to all you noob scrubs that got Sentinel nerfed because you want to hate. I'm like, honestly, that whole fiasco, that's what we call it, fiasco, that made me drop Marvel for 2 months. That as soon as I found out Sentinel got nerfed, and the excuse I heard was, we plan to do that. So if you plan to take 300,000 health from a character, that's something you do before you release the game. That's not something that everybody you sitting up here trying to appease, and I use that word loosely, the word appease, that, yeah, of course you nerf Sentinel because you're trying to make it fair. Yeah, but Hope still got a million. Hope still got a million plus health, and he can press high twice, and it's all super armor behind it. I think that proves my point. But yeah, that's why I'm like, if it is gonna be a Super Mario vs. Capcom 3, I need that story mode narrated by Stan Lee. That at that juncture guarantees Capcom money on day one from yours truly. Give me that. Possibly, you know, give me that Strider, and you know, whatever else you want to do, because it's like I really can't think of really no other Capcom or Marvel characters I really need to see in. I'm like, I can sit up here and I'm closing my eyes right now and I'm visualizing and I'm seeing Strider in Marvel 3. Yeah, that's gonna be the sex, man. Yeah, cause you know I don't see why he wasn't in there in the first place. So but enough about that. Let's go and leave that Marvel alone. And what's next? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Street Fighter vs. Tekken and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I'm like, I've had a couple of videos, some little footage on that. I'm like, all I gotta say is Jun Jin, Jun Lily, just Jun Kazama. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna be the squad right there. Jun Kazama and random select. That seemed kind of familiar. Yeah, like I play King of Fighters and I pick Ash Crimson and Athena Asamir and then random select because that's just what I do. But stupid from that though. Tekken Tag is gonna be the crack. Is that it seems that it's going to be what most people feel that Tekken 6 should have been, and what Tekken 7 is definitely not gonna be. Because honestly, whatever they do after Tekken Tag 2 is going to have to be that leap like it was from Tekken 3 to Tekken Tag to Tekken 4. Regardless of how you feel about Tekken 4, Tekken 4 is an excellent fighting game. I did not like the position change. It was stupid to me, but everything else was good. Just Frame Laser Scraper for the win. And C5, of course. But whatever the future of that franchise is gonna be, it's time for it to evolve. It's like, we went from juggles to ground juggles to eliminating that to trying to nerf Steve Fox to bounds. And now it's bounds with tags and tag assaults and all that. It's that Tekken Tag 2 is gonna be, as they say, stupid retard. And I didn't just fall. Now where's my comment? That Tekken Tag 2 is gonna be crazy. I'm really honestly jealous of all these cats that they got their hands on it, because I know that my weight is not that strong and I gotta sit up here and wait with everybody else to actually play the game, and I really don't mind the wait, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it is what it was. So you kind of take that for what it is. Moving on to Street Fighter Cross Tekken, just to touch on that real quick, man. From based off what I've seen from like gameplay footage, definitely with all of cats showing out of NorCal regionals, Joe, man. What Seth says, he really has a point that game has potential to be nasty. That is going to be a desk playground when it's all said and done. I'm telling you, all this nasty stuff he's doing in Street Fighter and in Marvel, he gonna raise Street Fighter Cross Tekken a new asshole. That's real talk. I'm just saying the truth. Is that it's going to be crazy. It's gonna be kind of like Marvel. How it is that Marvel is like a big giant combo playground. Is that there are really not a lot of things you can't do with a character. That most characters can do everything that every other character has, just in different ways. And Street Fighter Cross Tekken is gonna be very similar, because the thing that I'm looking forward to is to really see how Capcom handles characters that aren't there. It happened once with Capcom versus SNK. Now with that, and I will sit up here and I will stand on this to the day that I die. Wow, I honestly feel Capcom didn't do the SNK characters enough justice. SVC versus SVC did Capcom characters justice. Just take a look at Gao, take a look at Dawson, and take a look at Dan Hibiki. That's all I really have to say. Those three characters speak numbers. And if you want to get into why I haven't seen Violent Ken in anything other than that, that's a whole separate conversation for a whole nother day. But it's going to be real interesting to see how characters that have, for the most part, stayed within a three-dimensional plane handle 2D. Now, before somebody makes a wise remark comment, let me say this. Yes, there was Tekken Advance. Yes, there are Tekken cell phone games that deal in 2D, but technically those don't count. This is different. This is Tekken completely being ripped out of its shell, being inserted in something else. But it's like Street Fighter vs. Tekken. It seemed more like Street Fighter 4 versus some people, because it really has its basis in like a really loose interpretation. And when I mean the word loose, I mean like loose, like, you know, like the girl that they call the town bicycle loose. That's how crazy that game is going to be. So with that being said, it's just really gonna be a wait and see game to when we all get the game, and when cats are playing it at these different events about what the game really gonna be like. But it's like, it really, honestly, there's really nothing to judge until the final product. Because I just read today, they gonna actually change the life boards, which make a lot of sense, because when I watched the NorCal regional videos, I couldn't tell what the hell was going on. So that may be one of the best things they can actually do. Now, before I get into E3, there is one thing I do have to talk about. Yeah, that King of Fighters 13. Atlas, thank you God, man. I'm like, dude, man, we have been sitting on pins and needles with what seems like forever, with the rumors that King of Fighters 13 would never see a home console, with SNK talking about they want to shut it down. And I mean, not shut it down as in shut it down, but as in shut it down as all we're going to make is, from now on, a whole bunch of pachinko slot machines, and, you know, a whole bunch of sequels to that, to the witch touching game, which probably made them more money than KOF combined. Okay, maybe I'm, you know, stretching the truth a little bit, but actually, I might want to go buy Doki Doki Majo Champagne. You know what? I'm gonna get some money, and I'm gonna buy Doki Doki Majo Champagne, and I'm gonna play it for you guys. And then right after that, I'm gonna play Senran Kagura. And then right after that, I'm gonna go win the lottery. Those are things that probably are not going to happen, because those things are not in my budget. That's money. However, while I watch Orochi Dong Dong beat up the characters of Streets of Rage, because this part of the game makes absolutely no sense, which I'll quickly explain to you. Depending on the character you play as, you get 3 versions of like a beat 'em up. You either can play the I forget that game, the Warriors of Fate. That's a Capcom beat 'em up with a whole bunch of Chinese people in it. I think the other game other than Streets of Rage, I think if I'm not mistaken, is Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. I think some of the enemies from that game, but I'm not 100% sure, because I only play as, I think the girl's name is Mei Mei, I think, who plays like Iori, but I'll get into that in another video. And of course, Orochi Dong Dong, which is what you're taking a look at now. Now, enough about that. E3. Oh man, how do I get into this? Was there a winner? Did somebody lose? I don't know what the hell that was about. The only thing I remember was Tomb Raider's gonna be the crack. Cole and Street Fighter cross Tekken, which means that, which is something I could have actually touched on earlier, is that there's a possibility of any and everybody being in whatever console version or PlayStation Vita version. But if it's anybody's game, it'll probably be the big-titted witch from Dragon's Crown. Either or. But let's get into it. PlayStation Vita, that's going to be the crack. I need the $300 version, because $50 more for an extra feature, you know. Yeah, you know, $50, you know what? I could feed a family in Africa for a week for $50. But what the hell? I'm going to go ahead and get 3G on my gaming console. Yeah, I'm going to do that. What else was there? There was, oh Jesus, Star Wars Connect. If whoever's making that game knows what's good for them, they're going to stop right now and just no. I don't remember Luke Skywalker talking to his lightsaber, telling that sumbitch to come on. Y'all need to go back in the last wave command for that one. Wave command. Wave it to make the lightsaber come on. Don't tell a lightsaber to come on. That sounds more Star Trek-ish, and you know, you really don't want to get in the middle of a Star Trek versus Star Wars beef. I hear people die, but I'm like, to this day, I'm still, I've played the Kinect, and I'm still not impressed with it. Just like I played the Move, and I'm still not impressed with it because I'm still on my stance is that y'all some jack artists. I'm still right there. I'm still Kinect, PlayStation Move, jack artist. I'm still right there, and I have yet to cross that wall. Possibly for the Move with the House of the Dead 3, House of the Dead, it's not House of the Dead 3, House of the Dead, Overkill, the extended director's cut edition coming out for PlayStation Move, and of course, No More Heroes Paradise. Those may be the games that actually make me get a PlayStation Move, because I'm not gonna have a choice, because I need to play No More Heroes. Even though it's going to be an inferior version, because if your version doesn't have the cell phone in it, your version sucks. It's simple as that. But you get to play as all those different characters and all the bonus stuff, so it's gonna be the crack. So I gotta get that. Kinect, I don't want to play Coast Recon and talk to my gun. I'm still not impressed with it. I'm still not impressed. As far as Nintendo goes, with all this stuff they trying to do with the 3DS, I'm with you. But, you know, I'm just going to wait for like a 3DS Lite or 3DS XI or 3DS Bin Laden or whatever it is y'all going to make, because I'm just going to wait. It just seems to make the most logical sense. However, the R. Kelly We On You. I don't know what to think about the R. Kelly We On You. And yes, of course, I am sitting up here right now making a Chappelle joke in the middle of this, and I will continue to, because Chappelle's show is the best show ever. However, when you come out and say that it's cool for us to borrow footage from a system that's not yours, you completely lost all credibility. That whole system, as soon as Reggie came out and said that, the Wii U lost all credibility. It went from, you know, I'm cool with that, to, well, I'll wait and see something for real, and then you can prove to me exactly what's going on. I'm like, the Wii On You seems like a really good concept that, you know, it seems like a logical step for what you think the Wii maybe should do, but does it actually have the practical application to be a wonderful system? I love the fact that you don't have to monopolize the TV to play your game. That's probably the best thing ever. I'm like, it's people everywhere. Like, you know, now you ain't gotta destroy you ain't gotta. If your kids wanna watch My Little Pony or G.I. Joe or SpongeBob or whatever you kids watch now, I can still play my game right here. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I like the idea. The idea is hot. It's just that, again, I need to see practical application to said idea. Until then, I'm on the fence. So for me this year, E3 wasn't really, for me, because if y'all take a look at my video last year, I was singing Nintendo's praises. Like, you're finally paying attention to me. Now, I don't know. I really don't know. It's like, Sony, you know, did more anything than everybody, because the Vita really impressed me about what they gonna do and how they gonna do it. And again, Dragon's Crown. And I ain't even played an Uncharted game, but those look like the crack. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I think this year I might have to, you know, give it to Sony, because Microsoft didn't really show me nothing. More Kinect. I want to talk to my TV. Yeah, I can watch YouTube now, but I got diversity. I can watch YouTube now anyway. So for you to actually give me that, I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. You know, so for me, Sony takes it. For me, Sony takes it this year, just on the simple fact that the Vita and Dragon's Crown, because I must have that. Exclusive code for Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And I don't know, it's just that, like I said, there wasn't really a lot. Wasn't really a lot from E3 this year that I really took from, like, I really wanted to get on this video and really talk about, because it really was nothing. Other than KOF 13 Megaton, it really was nothing. Again, for the umpteenth time, I still ain't heard nothing about Virtua Fighter 5, whatever version they on now, because I'm failing to keep up. The only thing I know is Sarah's mid-tier, and that's the only thing that really matters to me at this junction. So it really wasn't nothing other than the usual suspects, you know, thinking of stuff on top of my head. Finally got to see what Third Strike Online gonna look like. Capcom got my $15 on that, you know, I can't even stunt. Mike Z with Skullgirls, you know, I was on that day one, you know what I'm saying? Only thing that really adds to the fact that this junction is Christina V's gonna be in it, so I'm automatically on that too. I just really can't think of a lot of stuff that E3 really showed that I was like, yeah, you know, I got to have this, I got to tell people about it. The only thing I can say for the record, and this is directly to my brother, y'all know my brother Jack King, give it up, dog. DMC looks halfway decent. So it looks like you just gonna have to swallow your pride with every other Devil May Cry fan and just play it. It just seems to be that way. That's from me to you. I love you so much. You are my big brother. But you and everybody else has just gotta be like us and just let it burn. Just let it burn, son. Just let it burn. Devil May Cry look like it's gonna be halfway decent. We'll see what Ninja Theory does when it comes to that point. We'll see. I think that's about it. I think that's everything. Now, everything gameplay wise, me wise, ain't really been not much up with your boy, man. I just been handling a lot of important business. Now, that important business is gonna stay classified. There are people who know, people who don't, but when it's time, I'll let y'all know what the deal is, because when I let y'all know what the deal is on that, I gotta do it the right way. I only have one chance to do it, so when I tell y'all what's really good, I'm gonna do it on my terms, and I'm gonna do it the way that I want to. I'm gonna do that. I've probably laid out more context clues, what I need, that you could probably guess what's going on. But for the 50 or so odd people that don't get it, when it's time for me to let you know why there was a 6-month drought between Kamen Rider Climax Heroes Double and this run that, with all this stuff I've talked about, you'll know. All I gotta say is, like I said, once I straighten all my personal stuff out and get to a place to where I can do this on a regular basis, I have spent nothing but this off time thinking about how I'm gonna finish taking over YouTube. And you see me back. I'm back with 13. It's a whole bunch of cats out here pretending like you wanna be that dude. I am SNK's #1 dope supplier. There is no one better than me. And I'm going to stand on that. I'm going to stand on that crown for real, because I earned that. I am SNK's #1 dope supplier. I am the self-named hype man for this game on NeoGaf, dog. I stand on that because it's important to me. I stand on that. That's real talk. I stand on that. So, I got a lot of stuff planned. The only thing I will let you in on is this. There are reviews, and I've spent a lot of time doing that too, watching my old reviews. Yeah, there are some that I'm going to go back and redo. There were things that needed to be said. A lot of those games need to be redone with a capture card. There were a lot of things I said I was going to do, but then I moved on to other things that I really want to get back to, that it'll give me time to, you know, fill up the portfolio while I'm trying to do new stuff and trying to improve and trying to do this and trying to do that, because for all my fans, for all my real fans, y'all know who y'all are. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go back to when I start uploading videos. I've been on a roller coaster and a half. I spent a good, I don't know, before I figured out, you know what I want to do. I did everything. I'm like, I went from recording Mugen videos. Hell, I made 2 YouTube poops. I've done a whole bunch of stuff just trying to experiment, because there was a time where I wanted to know, like, can I do more than upload Super Smash Brothers videos? It took a while. It took me taking my fiance's camera to a GameStop, acting a plum fool, going in my living room in my old apartment, and clowning to get to the place to where we are right now. Direct feed, high quality stuff, me bringing it to y'all like no other, because that's what we do, because that's what's important. So, like I said, as far as me go, all that stuff I said I was gonna do, it's gonna get done at some juncture, at some point, at some time. But I gotta take care of home first, because if I don't, that's not good. So little by little, I'm gonna be worming my way back home with going back doing the old reviews, new stuff that I've really considered doing, stuff that I'm gonna do. It's just gonna be, we gonna get it in, man. So all I ask is for everybody that watches, more than for everything I can get off Nico, every trailer I upload for all these fighting games and all these games, period, that I love to share with y'all, you in for a treat, so just stay tuned. That's all I really gotta say on that. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to jet out of here, man. I'm finna start, you know, really start taking care of some things and really start trying to get all of this DOA, GA stuff in order, because it's important that I get it in order for y'all. So, I'm gonna get out of here, because that's what I'm finna do, because I got some things that I need to attend to myself. Y'all know who it is. It's your motherfucking boy, Rex Soprano, DOA, GA, aka Triple the Guy, aka whoever. For the record, Pinkie Pie Fluttershy all day long. Yep, it is what it is. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, I said that like 4 times, but I really gotta go. Y'all just stay tuned. Holler at me on Facebook. I'm actually gonna get on my Twitter and actually use it instead of just letting this shit, just trying to sit up here and ask Harada and Hideki Kamiya questions about when Bayonetta 2 coming out. So with that, y'all finish watching this Donk Never Die. And if y'all want the download link for it or something like that, man, holler at me on Facebook, holler at me on the YouTube, send me a PM or whatever. I'm jetting out of here. It's your boy Triple. Holla back.
KO!